Good evening. I'm Chris from Social. There's a saying in social media that visual content is king. And there is so much visual content now being created. And by visual content, I mean images, I mean videos, I mean infographics. And organisations are struggling to be able to manage all of this visual content and to be able to publish it effectively across all their social networks. As an example, the average large corporate has got 176 different social media pages that they manage. And they need to make sure, and they want to make sure, that all the content that is published is approved and consistent. And that's a real problem. The moment what people do is they use a variety of tools. They use a variety of tools to manage the content. They use a variety of tools to actually publish the content on social media. And finding the right content at the moment for these guys is really difficult. You know, the content quite easily gets lost. It could be on somebody else's drive. They may be looking at the wrong version, etc. These are some of the issues that Social tackle. A bit about who we are. We started off in Asia. We now have offices in San Francisco and India. We've got 22 people globally. But I think the most important thing about our business is that we're live. We're live, we're at market, we've got users. And that's the reason now why we're looking for external capital. The opportunity which we're looking at the moment is absolutely enormous. The social media market is one of the hottest, fastest, biggest markets within the IT sector at the moment. There's a company out there called Hootsuite, which some of you may have heard of, which is a social media marketing platform in the same area that we're involved in. They're a privately owned company. They're valued currently around about $2 billion, that's with a B, dollars. So what does Social do? We enable our users to be able to upload all of their content, edit it, manage it, and share it. And this is both visual content, their own content, and also UGC, user-generated content. We also have strategic partnerships with some of the world's largest stock libraries, including Getty Images and Big Stock. Nobody else has got this. Once we're using this content, the users can then create campaigns across multiple social networks. They can plan ahead and organise their campaigns. And once these campaigns are ready to go, they can look at the content that's meant to be published, they can review it, they can preview it, they can approve it, and then not only publish it to global networks, but we also publish to the Asian social networks as well. One of the other things about our business which really makes us unique, and in some respects it's the secret sauce of Social, and it's all about big data. As we get more users, we're getting more data. We're getting more information that we can analyse. This is one of our patents. We have a proprietary algorithm that enables our customers to be able to work out which images and videos will give them the most engagement on social media. Nobody else can do that. But the reason why we're here today, and the reason why we are one of the best startups in Asia, is that we want to bring social media marketing to small businesses and businesses right across Asia. We want to localise our product. Nobody else is doing this. We want to enable businesses to do social media. A bit about our business model. We're a SaaS. We have two versions. We have a free version or a freemium version, and we have a paid brand version. The brand version is for advertising agencies and large corporates, enterprise organisations. And the proof is in our traction. The numbers, we're getting users, the market is proving that our model works. We're now growing on average 30% month on month. It's phenomenal. But as we all know, and has been mentioned here before in the fireside chat, You can have a great product, you can have a great solution, you can have a great company, but unless you have a great team behind that, it just doesn't work. And we have assembled a fantastic team at Map Social. As I said, 25 people, 22 people rather. We've got 4 or 5 of them mentioned here. And we are always looking for new staff, so if anybody wants to talk to me later on, please have a chat. So what we want to do with Map Social is to bring Map Social to small businesses and enterprises across Asia. So in summary, to recap, we're live, we've got market validation because we've got traction. We want to localise the product to bring it to small businesses and enterprise organisations across Asia, and we're looking for this round $1 million. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Judges, questions please.
One thing that we didn't get to see was your competition analysis. So I know you have some like Buffer and some other competitors. It seems as though your media angle is what makes you stand out, but do you want to elaborate a little bit further on that?
Sure. Sorry, let me just put this back. So this is a chart from G2 Crowd, which I don't know if you know, it's a research company. And this is looking at the social media management market. We're down the bottom. We're classified with them as a fast-performing, functional, high-growth company. The only other company within this area that are doing exactly what we're doing in terms of content management is Adobe. Up there, in terms of their penetration, obviously a lot higher than we are, but in terms of user acceptance and user, the actual satisfaction, we're higher than them. Nobody else, there's a lot of people playing around in the publishing space, I agree. Buffer, Hootsuite, Sprout Social. I'm aware of about 150 different organisations. Publishing is easy. Anybody can do that. You can write an app tomorrow. But where we're in is the content management space as well. And that is that's not a very crowded market. And the joining of both content and publishing, it's really only ourselves and Adobe. Adobe's price starts at $250,000. We start at brands, well, we have a free version, and we start at brands around about $25,000.
So I have a few questions, but maybe the first one. Are you positioning yourselves as a productivity tool or an adware tool? Which market are you really targeting?
We're a productivity tool. We're an efficiency tool. We're there to make people more efficient, to save them time, be able to produce for social media users, be able to produce campaigns easier, more effective for their organisations.
So if you're a productivity tool for actual companies,
yep.
The market you're actually targeting, or the market size, is not the one you showed on.
Well, it is in terms of SMEs. The market size is 125 million SMEs globally. 94% of SMEs, according to LinkedIn, use social media marketing. So therefore, the market size is about 110. What I guess I was also showing in terms of social media, it's just in terms of the number of users in Asia, and that in terms of Asia, nobody is localising the product. Hence the reason why there's such an opportunity in Asia to be able to do that.
But that's what they're spending for marketing.
Yep.
That's not what they're saying on productivity tools.
That's what they're spending on MarTech. They're spending on, let me just show this slide. The MarTech market is estimated by Foundation Capital, which is a Silicon Valley VC, to be in 10 years' time $120 billion. All right, that's MarTech only. Social media ad spend at the moment, last year was $24 billion, it was up 53%. We're also going to be adding advertising into the platform, and we also therefore will get a margin on advertising as well. We've already been approved by Facebook and Twitter, and we will be looking at Instagram and a few of the others as well. So they're the sizes of that's in terms of the overall market size, that's the size of the ad spend. In terms of the overall customers, the OECD said 125 million is the rough number of SMEs globally, and as I said, LinkedIn came out and said 94% will be using social media for marketing.
Okay, and then the last question, how do you charge?
We're a SaaS. So we have, as I mentioned before, we have 2 versions.
So yeah, but your paying version, how do you charge your customers?
It's a monthly charge, but on a 12-month contract.
But they can cancel any month.
It's a 12-month contract, so they can cancel after 12 months.
Okay. And how much do you charge?
Well, the entry price is, the actual charge itself is around about $1,600 a month. Plus we also then charge for implementation, and there are all other services as well. We also have professional services. Typically, when we're working with an enterprise, they also want bespoke reports and lots of other things. So the average ticket size is sort of getting up towards 25,000.
Okay. Thanks a lot.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Social.